People always said the woods behind Briar Lane were wrong. Even before my daughter, Lily, disappeared, neighbors complained about whispers drifting between the trees. Whispers that came from nowhere and everywhere at once. I never believed them. Not until the woods went silent. The day Lily vanished, the whole forest changed. No birds, no wind, just a thick, crushing stillness that wrapped around the town like a warning. Search teams spent days out there. They brought back torn branches, strange symbols carved deep into the bark, and long drag marks in the dirt, like something heavy had been pulled away. But they didn't bring back my little girl. Not a scrap of her clothing, not a single footprint. Everyone else gave up after a week. I never did. That's why I was awake the first night the footsteps started. Every night at 2:14 a.m. I heard them. Soft, careful steps crossing the floor of Lily's bedroom. They always stopped beside the bed where she used to sleep. I told myself it was the house settling. Grief, exhaustion. Then the breathing began. Slow, uneven, not quite human, like something trying to copy the rhythm of a child's breath, and failing. One night I cracked her door open. The footsteps stopped instantly, so did the breathing, but the air inside the room felt wrong, heavy, almost wet. Like something was standing there, holding its breath, waiting for me to enter. I whispered, "Lily." From the far corner of the room something shifted, and it didn't sound like a child. I shut the door. The next night, I brought out Lily's old baby monitor and set it in the middle of her room facing the closet, the one she always said she was afraid of. At 2:14 a.m., the monitor filled with static. Then, faintly, I heard her lullaby, but slowed down, distorted, like two voices humming at once. Then I heard my daughter's voice. "Mom, I'm cold, it hurts." I ran to the room. The moment I stepped inside, a wave of freezing air hit me. My breath fogged instantly. The closet door was open. Inside, hanging from the rod, was Lily's missing pink backpack, the one she was wearing the day she disappeared. It dripped. Thick, dark fluid smeared the fabric and dripped onto the floor. Blood. My hands moved on their own. I reached for it. A hand shot out of the darkness and grabbed my wrist. Small. Ice cold. Bone white. Fingers far too long. A voice whispered from the blackness, "Don't leave me in here again." I screamed and yanked myself free. The closet door slammed shut so hard the frame cracked. By the time the police got there, everything was gone. The backpack, the blood, the hand. Nothing but an empty closet. They told me grief can cause hallucinations. Trauma can make you hear and see things. But they didn't stay long enough to understand. Because the next night at 2:14 a.m., the monitor turned on again. "Mom, I'm still here, but something came with me." The footsteps outside my bedroom door weren't like before. Not childlike, not soft. They were heavy, dragging, wet, and they got closer every night. Then, 3 weeks after Lily disappeared, the police called. They had found her body. My little girl had died the same day she vanished. I remember shaking my head. No, you don't understand. My daughter is in this house. She touches me. She speaks to me." The officer looked sick. "Ma'am, the soil around her grave was disturbed. Something dug its way out with her. Something much bigger than a child." That night, at 2:14 a.m.,